Are you aware that money reacts like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who can invoke it with the proper vibration? When you discover how direct it doesn't just arrive, but expands in extraordinary ways. There are hidden energies that decide how much money flows into your life and how much leaves. And even toiling intensely, you may sense something blocking this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a pioneering expert of spiritual science, discovered something revolutionary. Money doesn't respond to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught common women to command their money, and many increased their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is a command of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of intelligent force that moves according to specific laws. Money answers to the vibration of authority, significantly more than to that of need. When you come to money as one who begs, you push away it. When you engage with it as one who commands, you draw it. Money operates like a well-trained soldier. If the commander hesitates, the soldier doesn't act. But when the order is definite and strong, money moves. In New York, Florence taught her students to exercise stronger direction. Each morning, standing before the mirror, they would position themselves upright, inhale profoundly, and proclaim, "Divine money, I command you to multiply my life now. You stream toward me from all possible directions because I am a flawless conduit of infinite abundance." The key was in the energy behind command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another vital component is restoring the relationship with money. Florence said that money is feeling-based remembrance, and that our energy toward it makes impressions that establish whether it comes near or withdraws. If for years you communicate with money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you repelled an expected guest. Most people have been calling money with the voice of poverty and guilt. Before ordering your money, Florence taught reconciliation with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, release me from having seen you as my enemy. Today I acknowledge that you are divine energy seeking to express itself through me. I honor you, value you, and invite you into my life." This exercise was intense spiritual rewiring that entirely transformed a person's vibration. Moving forward in this direction, Florence developed the energetic operation of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like hidden foundations that determine how much your prosperity can grow. You can toil diligently, but if the roots are diseased, the tree will never yield abundant fruit. No one is born with lack mentality. We inherit them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" lodge themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process commenced with silence, where Florence asked them to investigate. What belief about money have I inherited and still carry? Once discovered, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I release it. My mind grows clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would implant new beliefs such as, "I am a recipient of infinite abundance," or "money flows to me effortlessly." Furthermore, Florence taught the contrast between desiring and demanding. Desire arises from lack. It's looking at what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand springs from the knowledge that something already is yours by divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," creating more experiences of not having. To demand is to declare it's mine, and I receive it now, activating invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to generate instead of competing. Florence emphasized, never compete for money, create it. Competing suggests scarcity. Creating indicates infinite abundance, knowing that you can generate new opportunities. When you compete, you concentrate on what others have. When you create, you connect with the infinite source with unique original ideas. Each person has a distinct ability for creating wealth that, when expressed, not only creates income, but enriches others. In the same way, Florence taught the decree of complete dominion. It was an act of absolute control over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, by my divine authority as an offspring of the Creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality transforms now. I command that all invisible forces operate to multiply my money perpetually. The key lies in knowing that the power to transform is already within you, and upon voicing it, the universe moves to obey. Additionally, Florence taught the sacred blueprint of your abundance. The universe needs clear instructions. It was about detailing how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students dedicated a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want experience when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to create. The design must be developed from a consciousness of shared abundance. With this in mind, the last step is to sustain prosperous consciousness. Activating abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in sustaining it. Maintaining requires regular awareness, maintaining the internal state that invokes it. This state is built from gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle is to begin each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance on its way. When you give thanks in advance, you give the universe a signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally bless all money seen circulating, preventing envy from contaminating your vibration. It's worth noting that prosperous giving was essential. It was about supporting causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like planting in fertile ground. What you give flows back multiplied. The key element is to feel that you participate in the universal flow. What you retain out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to guard your mind, avoiding environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the draw of your experience. Florence closed with a powerful reminder. You are not a subject of economic circumstances. You are the designer of your financial reality. Money is your servant and ally. Now reassert your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity increases perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and keep open the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words connected, write in the comments, I decree, to cement your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to remember they are the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I will share more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who hesitate, but to those who command.